guys, welcome to another episode of Buddy Mantra Highlights. If you're new to the podcast, here's the drill. Each week, we talk to one content creator you know and love and ask them all the questions that you have been dying to ask them. This week, as the previous ones, we are up for doing something different. Instead of interviewing small time content creators that you can find on Instagram, we shall be interviewing the very talented and enterprising winners of the Buddy Mantra very special Your Quotes contest. Each week, we have a competition with the best and most innovating writing prompts we could get for writers like our guest today to get their ink on. And today with us, we have the sweet and insanely talented Miss Deepthi Tulip. A practitioner of law and a writer too, Miss Tulip has an undying ambition to help others and a voracious appetite to read the best books she can find. Thank you so much for joining us today, Miss Deepthi.
Thank you so much, Shreya, for having me here.
So, Miss Deepthi, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hello, friends. I'm Deepthi. I live in Jammu. I've been born, brought up, schooled, and I'm placed in Jammu only. I'm an advocate by profession, but I dreamt of being a writer in childhood. I'm working toward it. I'm focused, determined, and disciplined. I'm introvert. I'm religious. I teach poor children also. I'm a teacher. I am nature lover. I love animals, and I write for school activities and for the annual school magazine also. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, Miss Deepthi, you recently won the Buddy Mantra Your Quote contest. Have you always been writing stories, or did you like get into this quite recently? And how was your experience with Your Quote?
Okay, I was not a story writer initially. I began as a poet at 13 years. I used to write couplets, small verses, and then I began writing. I began blogging uh, in adulthood. Then I took to YQ. YQ has given me a good platform. I get feedback instantly, and I explored myself as a writer there. I came to know of my abilities of writing prose also. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So, like, if you don't mind, could you like tell our listeners a bit about what your prompt was and the story that you wrote on it?
Okay, yeah, sure. Actually, I rarely write romantic stuff, but when I saw the Buddy Mantra challenge, I was comfortable with attempting it. Here, the idea of writing about pizza, including pizza, building a story over pizza, was a bit challenging. But since I was writing a series, so I could easily begin with it. But I was blank. What am I going to write? The story, but slowly, story began magically unfolding itself. So here the story goes. So there's a girl who has a habit of watching things around. She visits an eating point, and there she notices a boy. They had both had love for pizza in common, but they both ate alone. It was a place jammed with youngsters, and since youngsters are there, everybody's sharing, talking, chatting, but they sit alone and they're obsessed with their pizzas. And coincidentally, their love happens over pizza only. They notice each other and they begin sharing pizza, and they form a happy troika, the boy, the girl, and the pizza. Now they begin dating in boy's apartment. They
Right.
share romantic evenings over pizza there. This girl doesn't want to make things quite obvious. So she remains absent many times in between without intimating the boy. The boy builds a habit of greeting her when he returns back. But since she is not there, they both miss each other and they realize how much they need to be together. So during this absence, one day when the boy returns from work, the girl appears suddenly before him carrying a pizza, and there they reunite, embrace each other. So that's all, yeah, about the story.
Wow, that was so beautiful. It was so cute. I am just so moved listening to the brief narration of your story that I can't wait to go back and read the entirety of it on yourquotes.com. Guys, you can actually check out Miss Deepti's submission on Your Quotes now. So, ma'am, you write stories and you have a voracious reading appetite. What else do you do during the day?
I would say reading is a favorite go-to. I can read 24 hours a day.
Right, right. Awesome. So, in your previous sessions, you mentioned that you have written two novels and you have been procrastinating on them. So, what exactly were your novels about? Were they also based on romance, like the prompt you wrote on?
Yeah, they are not romantic, sorry. Uh, Actually, the two novels I have written, the first one is a magic mystery. I've written it for toddlers since
Right.
they have a knack for reading or be read. The stories of witches, mysteries, magic, and creatures we meet or see around or we imagine of. So I guess this novel they would enjoy reading it, and yeah,
Right,
it's something like their imaginations coming alive.
right, right.
And the second one is a horror thriller for the grown-ups. The thrill builds the novel in the thrill builds around slowly and steadily, and when it reaches the end, the horror unfolds.
Wow.
So, and how does it happen? You will find soon once I release it.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm so excited for the books to come out as soon as possible. So, like you
I wish
mentioned,
it too.
so you mentioned that
Yeah.
you absolutely love reading, and like, what genres do you love reading about, and what is your ideal setup to sit and read? Like, mine is a rainy day with me in bed and blankets covering me from head to toe. What is yours?
Yeah. Okay. I like to read spiritual non-fiction also sometimes, but my favorite remains Uh, recently, I've been reading Gone Girl. It's a great novel. Or my favorite setup would be like I like to sink in a comfy couch, cross knees on it, hold book in hand, and just immerse in it. And if it is winters, I'll ball inside a blanket, head to toe, like you said, leaving only an aperture to see and to breathe. Or I would sit in sun and read. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's just so fun. That's just so cozy to think of. I still have a lot of questions for you, but I'm actually afraid we'll run out of time. So I would like to ask you just one more serious question for this round before we go on to something similar. Simple. If there was one piece of advice that you had to give to every person out there, what would it be?
Okay, I would simply say associate with nature. Just people live an automated life these days. They are hyper result oriented, failing which they are stressed, depressed, anxious, lost. Nature is the therapy, time is the healer. Nature and time are shared by rich and poor equally. They have no substitutes. So I should suggest here take a journey within. Don't be judgmental. Being judgmental is holding a monopoly over half truth. It arrests your mind in apprehensions and in a loop of useless calculation. And by the end, you are just losing yourself.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, awesome. So that I for sure will keep that in mind. That was awesome. Now, like now that we are gonna move on from the heavy existential questions to something more fun, I would like to introduce you to our rapid fire round. So in this round, I will ask you five questions in quick succession, and
Yeah.
they could be about anything. So are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Awesome. So your first question, what is the book that you're reading currently,
I'm reading The Kite Runner.
and how do you find it?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay. If there was one book in your entire life that you would love to, reread 1,000 times, which book would it be?
It would be Power of Subconscious Mind.
Awesome. Awesome. What's the one thing you're most excited about for 2021?
I have a target of reading 50 books. I completed it last year. This year too. I have the same target. Let's see if I do it again.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. What's your hidden talent? Do you have any hidden talents?
When it comes to motivating people, I can speak a lot, but otherwise, I'm an introvert.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you had to spend a day in somebody else's shoes, whose would they be?
Uh, I would like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
It's okay. So, next question. What was
Acha.
something that you have done that made you feel extremely happy?
Okay. I once helped a poor girl. I gave her money and she ran and bought herself candies. And I just saw the smile on her face and I was supremely happy seeing her.
Wow, that's so cute and that's so inspiring to like think about also. I have my last question to you.
Yeah,
What does
yeah, yeah.
success mean to you?
Okay. I think success is not an end of marathon, but a grade up to a harder run.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Awesome. We are all done with the rapid fire, and with that, we come to the end of today's episode. And again, thank you so much for joining us, Miss Deepthi. Um,
Thank you so much, Shreya.
You're welcome. To our listeners, you can now stream and listen to Buddy Mantra highlights wherever you listen to all your podcasts from. We put out episodes every Wednesday and Sunday. Just type in Buddy Mantra and you shall find us. But before you leave, we have something we would like to remind you about. Each week we shall be releasing the names of our very special guests that we invite onto the podcast 3 days prior to our episode on our very own forum. There you can type in all the questions that you have been dying to ask them, and we shall ask them in the final cut with your names featured. Head on over to buddymantra.com/forum for the name of our latest guest of the week. This was your host Raya with our very special guest for today, Miss Deepthi Tulip, and I shall be seeing you guys next week. Till then, stay safe, take care, and keep listening to Buddy Mantra highlights.